Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're going to explore the extraordinary life of Marlon Brando, a man whose name is synonymous with brilliance, rebellion, and unparalleled talent. From his early days as a brooding young actor to his later years as a cultural icon, Brando's story is one of passion, creativity, and unapologetic individuality. As we step into the world of Marlon Brando, imagine yourself in the midst of a sweltering Nebraska summer, the year 1924. The air is thick with humidity, and the streets of Omaha are buzzing with life. It's here, on April 3rd, that Marlon Brando was born, his arrival marked by a sense of excitement and trepidation. His parents, Marlon Brando Sr. and Dodie Pennebaker Brando, were an unlikely pair. He, a successful pesticide and chemical feed manufacturer, and she, a former actress with a passion for the arts. The young Brando's early life was a tumultuous one, marked by turmoil and instability. His parents' marriage was fraught with tension and infidelity, a reality that would have a lasting impact on Marlon's psyche. The sound of raised voices, the scent of cigarette smoke, and the feeling of uncertainty hung in the air like a perpetual storm cloud. Yet, amidst this chaos, Dodie Brando stood as a beacon of creativity and inspiration, nurturing her children's artistic pursuits and fostering a love of literature and music. As a child, Marlon was a sensitive and imaginative boy, often lost in his own world of fantasy and make-believe. He found solace in the outdoors, spending hours exploring the woods and creeks near his family's home in Libertyville, Illinois, where they had moved when Marlon was 6 years old. The rustling of leaves, the songs of birds, and the gentle lapping of water against the shore created a sense of calm and tranquility that eluded him at home. This early connection to nature would later inform his love of rugged individualism and his disdain for the superficialities of Hollywood. The Brando household was also a place of intellectual curiosity, where ideas were debated and creativity was encouraged. Dodie's influence extended beyond her children, as she brought artists, musicians, and writers into their lives, exposing them to a world of possibilities. Marlon's older sister, Jocelyn, would become an actress in her own right, and the two siblings would often put on makeshift performances for their family, with Marlon displaying a natural talent for mimicry and improvisation. These early forays into acting were more than just childish play. They were a way for Marlon to express himself, to explore his emotions, and to tap into his creative potential. As Marlon entered his teenage years, he began to struggle with authority and discipline, clashing with his strict and sometimes abusive father. This tumultuous relationship would have a lasting impact on Brando's psyche, shaping his future views on masculinity, power, and personal freedom. The sound of his father's belt, the feeling of fear and shame, and the sense of helplessness would haunt him for years to come, influencing his relationships and informing his artistic choices. Despite these challenges, Marlon found an outlet for his emotions in acting, joining the local theater group at Libertyville High School and quickly discovering a passion for the craft. The stage became his sanctuary, a place where he could lose himself in characters and stories, escaping the turmoil of his home life. As he navigated the complexities of adolescence, Marlon began to develop a strong sense of social justice, influenced by his mother's progressive politics and his own growing awareness of the world beyond Libertyville. The early 1940s were a time of great upheaval in America, with the country still reeling from the Great Depression and the looming threat of World War II. For Marlon Brando, these years would be marked by both personal turmoil and artistic awakening. As he navigated the complexities of adolescence, he began to question authority, challenge societal norms, and explore his own identity. In 1943, at the age of 19, Marlon Brando made the bold decision to leave home and pursue a career in acting, enrolling in the dramatic workshop at New York's New School. This pivotal moment would set him on a path towards stardom, but it was also a journey marked by uncertainty, self-doubt, and intense personal struggle. As he stepped off the train at Penn Station, Marlon was met with a cacophony of city sounds, car horns blaring, people rushing to and fro, and the wail of sirens in the distance. The bright lights, the endless energy, and the sense of possibility would both exhilarate and intimidate him as he embarked on a journey that would test his resolve, challenge his creativity, and ultimately transform him into one of Hollywood's most beloved and respected stars. As Marlon Brando delved deeper into the world of acting, he found himself under the tutelage of Stella Adler, a renowned actress and teacher who would become a pivotal figure in his development as an artist. It was during this period, in 1943, that Brando began to hone his craft, studying the techniques of Konstantin Stanislavski and immersing himself in the works of playwrights like Tennessee Williams and Eugene O'Neill. Adler's influence on Brando was profound, encouraging him to tap into his own emotions and experiences to bring authenticity to his performances. This approach would become a hallmark of Brando's acting style, setting him apart from his contemporaries and earning him widespread critical acclaim. As he navigated the complexities of Stanislavski's system, Brando began to develop a deeper understanding of the human psyche, exploring the intricacies of motivation, desire, and emotional truth. He spent hours poring over scripts, analyzing characters, and rehearsing scenes, determined to bring a level of nuance and depth to his performances that was unparalleled on stage or screen. Adler's guidance was instrumental in helping Brando unlock his full potential as an actor, fostering a sense of vulnerability and openness that would become the hallmark of his craft. In 1944, Brando made his Broadway debut in the play I Remember Mama, directed by Harold Clurman. Although the production received mixed reviews, Brando's performance caught the attention of critics and audiences alike, with many noting his raw talent and vulnerability on stage. This early success paved the way for future opportunities, including a role in the 1946 production of A Flag is Born, a play that addressed the plight of displaced Jews in post-war Europe. Brando's involvement in A Flag is Born not only showcased his growing commitment to social justice, but also marked the beginning of his long-standing friendship with fellow actor and activist Montgomery Clift. The two actors bonded over their shared passion for theater and politics, often engaging in heated debates about the role of art in society and the responsibility of artists to effect change. This friendship would have a profound impact on Brando's life and career, influencing his choices as an actor and inspiring him to use his platform to raise awareness about social justice issues. The late 1940s were a time of great creative ferment for Brando, as he navigated the complexities of his craft and grappled with the demands of fame. In 1947, he appeared in the Broadway production of A Streetcar Named Desire, directed by Elia Kazan and written by Tennessee Williams. The play, which explored themes of desire, decay, and the fragility of the human psyche, was a critical and commercial success, with Brando's portrayal of Stanley Kowalski earning him widespread critical acclaim. As he delved deeper into the character of Stanley, Brando found himself drawn to the complexities and contradictions of this brooding, sensual husband. He spent hours researching and rehearsing, determined to bring a level of nuance and depth to the role that was unparalleled on stage or screen. Kazan's direction was instrumental in helping Brando unlock the full potential of the character, encouraging him to explore the subtleties of Stanley's emotions and motivations. The production's success was not limited to Brando's performance alone. It also marked a turning point in the career of Jessica Tandy, who played the role of Blanche Dubois, and solidified the reputation of Tennessee Williams as a major American playwright. The play's exploration of themes such as desire, decay, and the fragility of the human psyche resonated deeply with audiences, who were drawn to its raw emotion and poetic language. As the 1950s dawned, Brando found himself at the forefront of a new wave of actors, including James Dean and Montgomery Clift, who were redefining the boundaries of their craft. In 1951, he appeared in the film A Streetcar Named Desire, directed by Elia Kazan and adapted from Tennessee Williams's play. The film was a critical and commercial success, with Brando's portrayal of Stanley Kowalski earning him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. As he navigated the complexities of filmmaking, Brando found himself drawn to the medium's unique possibilities and challenges. He worked closely with Kazan to develop a cinematic language that was both poetic and nuanced, using camera angles, lighting, and composition to create a sense of intimacy and immediacy. The film's success marked a turning point in Brando's career, establishing him as a major Hollywood star and cementing his reputation as one of the greatest actors of his generation. In 1954, Brando appeared in the film On the Waterfront, directed by Elia Kazan and written by Bud Schulberg. As he delved deeper into the character of Terry, Brando found himself drawn to the complexities and contradictions of this tough, vulnerable hero. He spent hours researching and rehearsing, determined to bring a level of nuance and depth to the role that was unparalleled on screen. Kazan's direction was instrumental in helping Brando unlock the full potential of the character, encouraging him to explore the subtleties of Terry's emotions and motivations. The film's success marked a turning point in Brando's career, establishing him as a champion of social justice and cementing his reputation as one of the greatest actors of his generation. As the 1950s gave way to the 1960s, Marlon Brando's career continued its ascent into the stratosphere, with iconic performances in films like The Ugly American and Mutiny on the Bounty. These roles not only showcased his incredible range as an actor, but also cemented his status as a Hollywood leading man. The sets of these films were abuzz with the excitement of working with Brando, who was known for fully immersing himself in his characters. For instance, during the filming of Mutiny on the Bounty, Brando spent hours each day perfecting his portrayal of Fletcher Christian, often remaining in character even when the cameras weren't rolling. This dedication to his craft earned him the respect and admiration of his peers, who marveled at his ability to bring depth and nuance to every role he undertook. However, Brando's personal life was marked by turmoil during this period, including a highly publicized divorce from actress Anna Kashfi. The tabloids had a field day, splashing intimate details of their relationship across the front pages, which added to Brando's growing frustration with the invasive nature of celebrity culture. Moreover, he struggled with weight gain, an issue that would plague him for years to come and lead to periods of self-doubt about his appearance and appeal as an actor. Despite these challenges, Brando remained committed to his craft, using his platform to speak out against social injustices such as racism and inequality, and to support emerging artists who were trying to make their mark in the industry. As he navigated the complexities of fame, Brando found solace in his work and in advocating for causes he believed in. He was particularly drawn to the civil rights movement, attending rallies and using his influence to bring attention to the plight of African Americans fighting for equality. His involvement with social justice issues not only reflected his personal values, but also influenced his choice of roles, as he sought out projects that allowed him to explore themes of morality, power, and human condition. For example, his portrayal of Sakini in The Tea House of the August Moon, 1956, showcased his ability to play characters who challenged societal norms, further establishing him as an actor unafraid to take risks. In the 1970s, Brando's career experienced a resurgence, thanks in part to his iconic performance as Don Vito Corleone in Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather. The film's massive success not only cemented Brando's status as a Hollywood legend, but also redefined the gangster movie genre. His portrayal of the powerful and principled mafia leader is widely regarded as one of the greatest performances in cinema history, with critics praising his ability to convey a sense of gravitas and vulnerability simultaneously. The making of The Godfather was also notable for Brando's unorthodox approach to acting. He famously refused to memorize his lines, instead preferring to improvise many of his scenes. This method added an air of spontaneity to the film, making Don Vito Corleone one of cinema's most enduring and believable characters. The success of The Godfather was followed by a string of critically acclaimed films, including Last Tango in Paris and Apocalypse Now, which further solidified Brando's reputation as an actor willing to push the boundaries of his craft. In Last Tango in Paris, he delivered a haunting performance as Paul, a middle-aged man embroiled in a passionate but doomed affair with a young woman. The film's exploration of themes such as grief, loneliness, and the search for meaning resonated deeply with audiences, showcasing Brando's ability to convey profound emotional depth on screen. As Brando entered his later years, he became increasingly reclusive, preferring to focus on his family and personal interests, rather than pursue high-profile film roles. His island home in Tahiti became a sanctuary, where he could escape the pressures of fame and live a more secluded life. However, he continued to make occasional appearances on screen, including a memorable turn in the 1990 film, The Freshman, which demonstrated that even in his later years, Brando still possessed a commanding presence that could captivate audiences. In 1994, Brando was awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award by the American Film Institute, a testament to his enduring impact on the world of cinema. The ceremony was a poignant moment, with many of Brando's peers and colleagues coming forward to praise his contributions to film. His acceptance speech, in which he spoke about the importance of using one's platform for social commentary and critique, was characteristic of an actor who had always seen his work as a form of activism. Marlon Brando passed away on July 1, 2004 at the age of 80, leaving behind a legacy as one of the most talented and influential actors of the 20th century. His commitment to social justice and his unwavering dedication to his craft continue to inspire new generations of artists and activists. As film critic Pauline Kael once observed, Brando's presence on screen is like a storm. It's so powerful and so unpredictable, and it is this enduring power that ensures Brando's work will remain relevant for years to come. Today, Marlon Brando is remembered not only as a brilliant actor, but also as a cultural icon, a symbol of rebellion and nonconformity. His influence can be seen in everything from the films of Martin Scorsese to the music of Bob Dylan, with many artists citing him as an inspiration for their work. The enduring appeal of his performances lies in their ability to evoke strong emotions and challenge societal norms, reflecting Brando's belief that art should provoke thought and inspire change. His legacy serves as a testament to the impact one person can have when they use their talents to make a difference. Whether through his iconic performances or his tireless advocacy for social justice, Marlon Brando left an indelible mark on the world of cinema and beyond. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.